I'm Jules, and I'm one of the co-leaders of Korean Student Association, KSA.
And I'm Ellie, and I'm also one of the co-leads for our association.
I'm Meher, and I'm a senior.
I'm Talon, and I'm a junior.
I'm Devika, I'm also a junior.
My name's Natalie, I'm a junior. I first joined the Latina Affinity group, which at the time was called the Latinx Student Alliance, when I was a freshman, and then I helped kind of restart and co-lead the group sophomore year, and I'm still in that co-lead position this year.
I'm Isabel, I'm a sophomore. I'm one of the co-leads of the Latina Affinity group, which this is my second year being a part of.
What do you think is the role or importance of affinity groups at Nueva, and specifically your affinity?
Yeah, I think affinity groups at Nueva have a really important role in terms of the space they create for students. For me, affinity is something about shared cultural knowledge and background. It's also really valuable that we come from so many different countries, right? Where we can kind of connect with one another, learn about different types of food, different types of music, different slang terms from the way that Spanish is spoken across so many different countries in Central and South America.
I think for me, it's really important to have this community space because there's just a sense of having people who get it. I feel like I don't have to explain myself or my identity, and I find people who just instantly kind of understand what I'm talking about because they have very similar experiences. And I think that feels so validating and so welcoming, especially when you're entering a new community like in high school.
So my parents really just instilled in me to be prideful of my culture, to recognize that we are hardworking and resilient people. So I guess that's just always inspired me to be honestly the best person that I can be, because it's almost like I'm representing.
So being Korean at Nueva, I think is just to be a part of this amazing, really pretty big extended community, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Being South Asian means having a really bright, colorful culture, music, food, and also a very close-knit family.
We're both half Korean, so it may be kind of hard to balance both sides of your identity and kind of rationalize with, oh, I'm Korean, but I also have another culture that I'm a part of, and kind of working to create a balance and a sense of belonging in both, because I know it can be hard when you feel like you aren't 100% part of one community, but you aren't with another either. So
in Nueva specifically, it's been interesting to be Latina just because there are so few of us here.
On one side, I really like how intimate our meetings can be, just because we're small and I have a better chance to connect with everybody, and so I think that's really great. It's also kind of a challenge. It's hard not to be not always be surrounded by so many people who are like you, and not always seeing yourself represented in maybe the faculty at times or just in the curriculum. So I think that's a bit of a challenge.
I know the history and English departments very sporadically touch on our culture, and so providing a more accurate representation and grappling the impact of the power of a single story is something we want to work on. I think they're doing a pretty good job. I think there's definitely been more attention to affinity groups in the past years, and I think that's probably what we needed. We were able to gather more people who want to come to SOG through that.
So from my experience, I think the faculty advisors of the group, they've been awesome. They really make an effort to get to know the group.
My hopes for affinity groups is that we can have more collaboration between different affinity groups, because I think a lot of the themes we discuss and the initiatives we plan come from a very similar place of mind, and I think coming together with different affinity groups and being able to put all of the projects we're working on, all the things we discuss in contrast with each other will also be an equally valuable experience, I think, for our student body to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion as a whole.